the Mayor has actually picked the topic for which the students will be discussing, and that is how will the students utilise Gympie's regional assets. So with that in mind, could we please make welcome our first competitor this evening, Matilda Clark, to deliver her speech titled "The Only Thing That Ever Has." Matilda Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. The greatest asset in any region is the people who call it home. In the words of Margaret Mead, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. The leaders of today have ensured the continuing relevance and success of this region, including the upkeep of the Gympie Gold Mining Museum and the associated cultural heritage. However, it is the leaders of tomorrow who will maintain this success. And the only way to do this is through change. Change that can be sourced, ladies and gentlemen, in today's youth. Unfortunately, Gympie's youth don't really have much of a say in Gympie's affairs. We can't vote, we can't run for council, and with the Brisbane Times dubbing Gympie the worst town in Queensland for youth unemployment, we're flat out even getting a job. Which is why I propose the reinstatement of Gympie's Youth Council. The idea of a youth council is not entirely unheard of. For example, the Gladstone region has recognised the youth demographic, that is, persons aged 15 years and under, accounts for a quarter of Gladstone's population. Thus, former Mayor Gail Sellers saw it fit to establish a youth council, whose main role is to act as a formal advisory committee to council on youth-related matters within the Gladstone region. Since this council's establishment in 2014, it has made some amazing progressions to the Gladstone region, including a young mum support program and a homeless youth shelter. Clearly, the Gladstone region is benefiting from this council, with its youth simply optimistic for a better tomorrow. But unfortunately, Gympie cannot boast such a supportive attitude towards its youth. Upon research, I found one organisation, Community Action Youth Services, that provides emergency youth housing and hosts a young mums program. This organisation's success, or lack thereof, is, frankly put, alarming. I was unable to find any newspaper articles promoting the support of this group, and its entire website was one giant plea for donations and volunteers. The facts point towards the fact that our region is reluctant to help its children. I mean, bloody kids these days. We've all heard that one, right? This colloquialism is exactly what is wrong with the Gympie region's outlook on their youth. Just recently, our own Caitlin Shadbolt was an X Factor finalist, with the Gympie Times dubbing her light-hearted, happy-go-lucky attitude the quintessence of our community. This means that the 8.4 million viewers of this X Factor TV series would perceive Gympie's youth as a pleasant people, which is a sad and sorry contrast to the popular belief of their own community. The 2011 census revealed that my generation, that is, again, persons aged 15 years and under, accounts for nearly 25% of the Gympie region's population. So isn't it just logic to give a voice to such a large demographic? If this region can discontinue the pessimism that it associates with our youth and re-establish a youth council, it will definitely see an outstandingly positive change. So let's take care of this region's greatest asset, its people. After all, it is the leaders of tomorrow who will ensure the continuing relevance and success of the Gympie region. It is their innovations, their intelligence, and their intrepid outlook that will ensure the Gympie region's smooth transition into the great unknown, the future. The reinstatement of a youth council would be the perfect means of achieving this goal, and would allow Gympie's youth to have a say in Gympie's affairs, and whilst encouraging the children of today to find their potential. Again, in the words of Margaret Mead, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Matilda. Could we please observe 1 minute of silence for the judges?